Alberto's father, Giacomo Tagliabue, was a handsome, athletic man who was always tanned. He was well known in the town of Magenta, having been a decent boxer in his youth who had come within a hair's breadth of winning the Italian welterweight title. Yet, on the day he had to go to the morgue at the Giuseppe Fornaroli hospital in Magenta with his wife, Esmeralda, to identify his eldest son's body, he looked like a terminally ill patient, as if every ounce of strength had been drained from him. He was pale and disheveled, with glassy, feverish eyes. His wife was also a beautiful woman, charming and well-groomed, but she too appeared unkempt and wild-haired, looking at least 20 years older. Her eyes were swollen and red, almost as if her husband had punched her, perhaps in an impulsive, uncontrolled reaction to what had happened to their son. The terrible torment coursing through the parents' veins and hearts was compounded by the grim realization that what remained of poor Alberto was not yet ready for a dignified burial. It would undergo further disfigurement during the autopsy. Carabinieri Marshal Pizzamiglio, who was escorting Giacomo and Esmeralda, maintained a demeanor reminiscent of an undertaker. Whenever he performed this duty, he acted exactly like a mortuary attendant. He even possessed the pale, solemn, and nondescript face typical of someone who transports the deceased. The fundamental difference was that, as a carabinier, he accompanied the relatives to the body and had to carry out the unpleasant task of questioning them. He needed to ascertain, especially in cases of suspicious death or homicide, the victim's movements during the final 24 hours of his life. It was a crucial part of the investigation and had to be done quickly, even at the cost of intruding upon the private grief of relatives or acquaintances. Once the harrowing ordeal of identifying the body was over, the couple left the morgue and were escorted by the marshal to a medical office on the building's first floor. The room was made available to law enforcement so they could proceed with their questioning. They all entered the makeshift office together, where Appuntato Giovanna Mustacchio was waiting for them. Dressed impeccably in a dark uniform and a cap complete with the silver flame emblem, she looked like the twin sister of her colleague Pizzamiglio. She welcomed the Tagliabue couple, who were still deeply distraught and clinging to one another. The marshal gently separated them and had them sit on 2 chairs facing the desk. The Appuntato was already seated opposite them and offered them water from bottles taken from the hospital vending machine. Giacomo and Esmeralda appreciated the kindness, taking sips from the same cup, while Pizzamiglio went to sit beside his colleague. The marshal proceeded with the questioning while his colleague typed up the official report on a tablet. As a nervous reaction to his emotional state, Alberto's father made a sort of instinctive, awkward quip to the 2 carabinieri.
I see that the Arma has made giant strides too. You've gone from the classic typewriter to the tablet.
But no one batted an eyelid at his words, so the man, instantly realizing his remark had been impertinent, looked indifferently at the white walls around him. Pizzamiglio asked the questions, the usual perfunctory questions that are inevitably asked in such situations. The kind of questions you hear in police movies.
Do you know if your son might have had any enemies? Could you have any unsettled scores with anyone? Did your son run with the wrong crowd? The last time you saw Alberto, did he show any signs of unusual behavior?
And all the predictable, perfunctory answers, followed by a curt no. Esmeralda burst into tears again, and her husband, Giacomo, embracing her, asked the 2 carabinieri if they could go home. Marshal Pizzamiglio agreed and walked the couple to the door, telling them to come to the station another day to finalize the official report.